Well, good morning, everybody. You're here for the CTV update for October the 2nd, 2024. What a fall we've had, guys? I mean, it's just been fantastic. All the closings on the weekend, which we'll talk about in a minute. The weather was wonderful right up until yesterday. Today, it's cold, it's rainy, it's seasonable. The temperature is no different. That's what it should be at this time of year. But hopefully it'll clear up this afternoon. We've got a nice day tomorrow. Gentlemen, I had a good week in fantasy football. I mean, like Derrick Henry went nuts. I got Derrick Henry. I got Lamar Jackson. I scored 120 points, except I was playing my son's team. He scored 140 points. I got white. Anyway, and of course my Miami Dolphins stink. What about your Bills?
Well, I don't want to talk about the Sunday Nighter, but I'll still say go Bills.
Oh, the Bills. I lost them. Because of him, I lost money on the Bills. Had I bet for Baltimore, I would have won the football pool this week. But because they played so badly, I lost. Anyway, I just can't win in this damn football. We're going to talk first about Board of Directors news. We have some information today. We'll have a lot more next week. I'm going to turn it over to you, Cam. Just fire away.
Thank you, John. Yes, the fall tradition, we have our date now for our annual members meeting. A little different name now with the new legislation and our bylaws. So that'll be held on Thursday, October the 24th at 7 p.m. New this year is we are instituting proxy votes. So if you are away, you're welcome to come into the main office, pick up a proxy, and you can indicate the other regular initiated member that you will be handing your vote to. So check in at the main office 9 to 4 on weekdays. And if you can't make it between 9 and 4, please contact Tyler and myself. The reports will have gone out by the time we post this video, and unbelievable work by the committees. You know, we were talking, especially with Tracy, about looking back at the year, and it's amazing to see how much we've accomplished, which is so cool. Other quick highlights, I know Tracy's going to meet and provide a comprehensive update in a future interview, but it's nice to see we've had a very successful financial year. We're projecting right around break even, a small positive contribution this year. And also included in the reports, we have our capital projects for next year, and a lot of good information in there.
Very good. Well, we'll look forward to that. And okay, those proxy votes, is there going to be like a controversy over mail-in ballots like there are in the U.S. elections in the States? Do we have to have them verified, or are we purging lists, or what's going on with that? We okay with that?
Well, management is not taking part in the scrutineers on the day of. We'll delegate that task.
Okay. Anyway, that's great. Look, hey, Tyler, Cam, we sent 7 teams to Montreal yesterday. 7. A women's team and 6 men's teams from Men's League. And we have some results, because the winners of those events, top 3 qualifiers, they go to the Canadian Open next year. Tyler, what happened?
Oh, we're pretty excited, John. So unofficially, we can announce the 2 top teams that are advancing from Summer League yesterday. Hey, listen, a repeat winner, repeat member. We had Chris Hilliard paired up this year of Joey Gianmaria coming in first place once again. Well done, gents. Well done. And then close second place is Ryan O'Neill and Ian Arsenault, who we believe are also advancing to the next stage. So we're super excited. These are unofficial. We're going to get the official postings very soon. But hey, congrats, gents. This is what the NGL is all about. I'm so excited for these guys.
Yeah, and you know, it's wonderful news for our club that we've really taken this on, and I wish them best of luck at the Canadian Open. It's all expenses, guys. You get it all paid for. It's great. You'll have a great time. Ask Chris Hilliard. Gosh, we had a lot of closings. Wonderful weather. Started off last Thursday with Honey Pot. Friday was Senior Men's. Saturday Men's League. Sunday Ladies
Saturday league.
Saturday league.
Yeah.
Tuesday, the Tuesday league.
Yeah.
And today is the satellite. Why don't you give us some highlights of that?
Well, John, you said it right off the start. We had amazing weather all week for all the leagues. Well done. All the conveners were super, super happy. F&B, Sean and Chelsea did such a great job for the food offerings afterwards. You're right, from Honey Pot League last Thursday to the Senior Men's League on Friday. Men's League closing Saturday, 140 people in a 5-man scramble shotgun. Unbelievable weather. People were coming off with sunburns. It was so nice out. Sunday morning with the Saturday League, ladies closing. Tuesday AM League and Tuesday PM League yesterday. Great showing for them all. Everyone had such a blast. I just can't believe the season's wrapping up. Like, I can't believe it's October 2nd today.
Yeah, it is.
But what a great year. And thank you to all the conveners for all your hard work, for putting all the organizational, everything together, the scorecards, the league formats. It's been great.
Well, we do have some unfinished business from the men's league. There was a competition between the pros versus the Joes. Now, I don't want to say anything. I'm going to let Cam talk. What happened with that competition, gentlemen?
John, we made a lot of pars out there. We said that a few times that day. The putts didn't fall. We couldn't make a 12-footer to save our life, but had a great day. I mean, it was the first time the 4 Carleton pros had a chance to play together in the same group. We've got to make sure we do that before September, I think, next year. But it was great. I think, did we finish, we were 12, 13 under?
13 under gross. Yeah, no handicap, obviously. So 13 under. It was so much fun. I mean, the golf course was playing so well. Like, the one comment we got was, we've never seen the greens so well. But, our answer to that was, well, no one played before us. We had first crack at the golf course. That's how great this course is when you have no one on it beforehand. Yeah. And, oh, my goodness, Joel did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
And it was an unbelievable environment with that format, step-aside scramble. You hear the other groups maybe having, even more fun than our group, and the cheers, and you could hear the almost a gust of roars from hole to hole when they were making the eagles and we weren't.
Well, the reason why it's such a tricky format is that everybody in your group has to have at least 3 drives. Well, in that group, who cares? They all can drive the ball. You could just randomly pick one of them. In our group, we had to strategically pick, and you don't know when the guy's going to hit one. So sometimes we had to give up a better drive to get, a drive that we can make this. We can make this one. Or in one case, we actually chipped the ball. We had a ball in the green. It was a par 3. We had a ball in the green, which is an automatic par because you get one putt, right? Yeah. And we had to actually chip the ball because we had to use our player second. Now, the players that we have to use those drives and we have to strategic, they have the higher handicap, so they keep us in the game. It's structured that way. And gentlemen, our team beat you. Don't want to say anything, but I do want to say something. But anyway, hey, listen, Tyler, that 50-50 draw is going really, really well. We have sold almost 150 tickets. We need to sell 53 more. Tyler, tell them why. Tell them why we have to sell those 53 more.
Because we want to give away $2,000 to a lucky winner.
Yeah, to the lucky winner,
Yeah.
and the other money goes to the First Tee program
That's
at
right.
the National Golf League, which have been very fair with us. I mean, they're paying for these guys to go to Toronto next year. They got us a great deal at Summerlee. They opened up this opportunity. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for everybody at the club. So. Help out, and $2,000, that's a lot of money.
That's not bad.
And you can't win unless you have a ticket, and the odds are much better you winning this $2,000 than you putting toward the Lotto 641, where your chances are 1 in 14 zillion to get your name ticket. Tyler, maybe you can bring that up. We're going to talk about that next. We're requesting, and Tyler's going to speak to it here in a second, the guys in the back shop, they work very, very hard. I mean, they're incredible. So polite, so nice. You know, always asking you how you are. How'd you golf today? What's it like? It's not just, you know, they don't just clean your clubs. They're very nice young men and women, and they need some support. A lot of them are going to school. They need the money. Think back to when you were going to university or college or high school, whatever. You always needed money, and while we pay them well here, you know, we're really should give something to them as an extra tip and an extra bonus. Tyler, why don't you talk about that?
Sure. So thank you, John. And this is an important part towards the end of the year. Our outside service team do a remarkable job. They're very, very hardworking. We have an amazing crew down there. And this is also including our starters as well. So all our starters, all our back shop, we're asking, it is the time of year that we do ask for some donations towards their gratuity fund. Unlike F&B, where gratuity is automatic on the chits, these lads do work very hard, and they do appreciate, or we would appreciate if you can write a chit for a little bit of a gratuity for them. They get it all. It's split up evenly amongst all the different workers, and it's great. So this will be on the counter in the pro shop with a chit pad beside it. So please, next time you're visiting us, come on in. We encourage you to write a chit for them, whether it's $5, $20, $100. It's really up to you, but every dollar goes back to them, and we do appreciate that.
Great. That's certainly good. You know, after Men's League closed, Tyler, we cleaned you out pretty good. So is there anything left to sell in that pro shop?
The men's league did clear us out well. You know, we're really excited. So again, thank you, John, for the men's league prizes and for all the season-ending leagues. It's all golf shop credit, but you guys did prizes, which is great. So the prizes are still available for pickup. We still have a lot of fall and you know, seasonal gear. So whether it's a pullover or a jacket, toques, mitts. We have you covered for this time of year. So come on in and see us. We have some great merchandise still available, some new stuff still arriving. And in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be visiting all our vendors because the golf show is coming up. It's October now, so we're going to be looking at all of our new merchandise for next year. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions on what you might want to see in the shop for next year, let me know. Next week and the week after, we're going to be booking all our appointments for all our 2025 merchandise gear.
Very good. Very good. So there is still some stuff left. I noticed you haven't kind of got rid of those shoes yet, so that's good. And I have a friend, we're trying to get a shirt for him. We're visiting in Virginia, so I want a Carleton logo shirt for him.
We'll get one for him.
Yeah. Well, we have some kitchen news today.
Yes, this was the final month of the required minimum spend period, and we ran the report the other day, and it's incredible to see. Thank you to so many of our members who've been strongly supporting the club throughout the year. We do have a few members that still need to reach their minimum, so strongly encourage those to make a reservation, invite your family and guests, contact Chelsea. Bring the family for dinner is a wonderful way to use up your remaining minimum. Then you don't have to buy a case of chocolate bars on the last day, perhaps. So please contact Chelsea. Our daylight, our timing is a little bit different, obviously, this year compared to June when we're open till 9:30. So strongly encourage to make a reservation.
Yeah. You know, the Men's League close had a dinner, closing buffet of chicken and ribs. I got to tell you, that guy knows how to cook. Those ribs were succulent. The chicken was as good as I've ever seen chicken. I mean, I cooked good chicken, but Sean, he's got a gift, man. The food here is so good. I am not afraid to bring friends and guests and everything here. Anything on that menu is really good. And the beauty of it is we don't have a whole lot of selection. We have a selected selection, and that's why it's good. You know, they change it around. But I think just doing what they're doing compared to what we used to do years ago makes it so much more beneficial to our kitchen. So please, support our kitchen. I often see people the last day ordering, you know, 5 packages of ribs to take home when they freeze them, and because they haven't used their minimum, and try and use that minimum. And when does the next year's minimum start?
Yeah, great question. The nice element is as we expanded to more of a full year operation, the minimum starting on November 1st does apply to next year. So some of our wonderful members are actually pretty well done before the 25 golf season starts. So anything purchased over the winter at events or in the golf academy, that all goes towards your minimum as well.
Yeah, I'm done on Mother's Day. It's bring the family here and it's done, finished. Okay, so on the weekend, we had a major golf event, the President's Cup. I'm going to have these guys talk about it. But I have a concern, and well, I'll let you guys open the discussion on who, the results and where it's going from here.
Yeah, great golf course, unbelievable setup. It's nice to have it back in Canada every 20, 25 years or so. The atmosphere of that event, right? It's getting pretty close to Ryder Cup level, and we had a good chat on our predictions, and nice to see the internationals on day 2. What a comeback, clean sweep. Men's league closed. I mean, there was a few members staying and couldn't get out of there because we were watching, and until the last hour and a half, all right, it looked like Sunday was going to be compelling. Wasn't quite compelling. Those Americans are really strong, but what a course setup. Great match play golf course, and Tyler and I were lucky to spend a few hours at Royal Montreal there on Sunday.
Yeah, we did. So Cameron and I, we drove down early Sunday morning, and it was great. I mean, it was so well organized. You're walking on the property. Now, the Royal Montreal, it's a huge, they have 2 full 18-hole courses, right? So they have the space to expand. We're walking on there. Their fairways were like carpet. It was so nice. The conditioning, I don't think I've ever seen it better. I've been there a few times, and it was remarkable. We get there for the first tee time, and because it's match play, I mean, they're going out in twosomes, right? It was about 5 rows of people all lined down the first fairway, all trying to get a glimpse of those first couple of matches. Now, as the tee times were going off, the crowds dispersed throughout the golf course, but I'll tell you, it was packed. It was exciting. There was so much. We met up with some members down there as well. It was a great day. We spent about 6 hours there, and for most of the day, we were stationed at the 13th hole, which is a par 3. Our friends from Club Car were able to get us some tickets, so we were up in a booth watching from there. These guys are so good. I mean, they're hitting the ball. Every group was coming in probably about, their balls were landing probably about 5 feet from each other. And it just one after them, boom, boom, boom. It was just whether they made the putt or not to see if they won the hole.
Unbelievable.
So much fun. What a great day. I mean, it was a perfect day. Weather was amazing, too.
Not to put a damper on things, but I remember mentioned something to me the other day, and it caught my eye. If the international team doesn't become more competitive and, actually beat these guys one year, what's the incentive for sponsors to actually sponsor the event? Would it, this event could be in trouble if it just keeps going the way it's going, and always the Americans win. And like after day 1, when it was 5-0, I'm going, oh my God, we may never see another one of these things. We just can't be competitive with them. So can we talk about that for a second? Your thoughts?
Well, we might have to let in Brooke Henderson and the ladies, make it a mixed event. That might make it a little more competitive, but it's a bit of a tough one. I don't know if we should remove the competition, maybe a little tweak. I mean, they've tried some different formats. More matches almost just encourages and probably favors the Americans, right? Having an extra match on day 1 and day 2. They're strong, and I don't see that changing.
Yeah. Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to comment. I mean, it's such a great match. I mean, seeing the Canadians out there, seeing the whole international squad, I don't know if there's an answer or a solution. I mean, tweaks here and there. The Americans are very strong. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm an advertiser, I'm Ford or whoever's advertising, and this is a non-competitive event, and they're going up against NFL football on Sunday, like, come on. If it's not going to be competitive, why would you watch it? And why would you advertise for it? So I'm just, they've got to become more competitive. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they've got to become more competitive, and they have to win one or two of these. So I'm just saying that I think the thing's in trouble unless it becomes something where you really don't know who's going to win. Ryder Cup, you don't know who's going to win. Like that's a toss-up. So it's popular. I mean, it's exciting, and ours is just okay. Let's beat them again, and not going to work. Hey, it's October. Next month is November, and what does November mean around here?
Well, aside from the golf course officially closing, November is the launch of our Winter Golf Academy. We're very excited about it, John.
Cool, that's great. And we're going to have 2 bays again this year?
Yeah. So this year, we have 2 bays. We've got our 2 new screens. So our screens were getting a little bit tired from the last few years. So 2 brand new screens. We're doing some renovations. We're actually building 2 new bays as well. So there'll be they were in need of an update. So we got some new bays, new screens. We're super excited. We're going to be launching our programming right from the start. So now that with Fergus and Nolan being year round, they're going to be starting with their programs. We're going to have men's clinics, winter clinics. Our winter golf league is going to be continuing on. That was a huge success last 2 seasons. And it's going to be great. We're going to have a very similar setup F&B wise from as last year as well. So we're just ready to get going. Club fittings, lessons, all of it, all winter long.
Wow. So we're off to a running start this year. And how about the kitchen? Will we be operating the kitchen during that time?
Yes, well, we're going to be open so probably we're looking at 6 days again for golf activity, and then a portion of the time, about half the time, will be open for full kitchen dinner, and there will always be a small snack menu, and you'll be able to get a beverage, a coffee or an alcoholic beverage from all of the staff on board. Even Tyler and I, we're certified. We'll pour you a beer if we have to. We love doing that.
Yeah.
And John, over 300 golf courses you can choose from to play.
Wow.
Over 300 courses. You can come every day during the winter time and play a different golf course. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun.
Well, and leading up to that, we do our weekly podcast. I think this year, what day is it today? 2 weeks. So we're going to do weekly podcasts on October 23rd. Unfortunately for you guys, and fortunately for me, on October 30th, Jim Delahunty and I are heading down south for a great golf adventure, including Harbour Town. We're playing Harbour Town.
Wow.
We're playing a whole bunch of great courses. We'll report on that. But the reports, our updates will come once a month after that. And we actually have them all scheduled. I think it's November 13th or something like that. But we'll let you know more about it then. And I'm hoping to get some video of that trip down there because we're meeting a friend of ours in Virginia. We're going to the Clemson game, Clemson-Louisville. We're playing, Jim knows the whole area very well, so we're playing a whole bunch of great courses down there. So that's good. Now, speaking of a couple of events coming up, October 19th, the famous Yacht Race.
Yeah, the Yacht Race, it's on the calendar, it's ready to go. We've already got people signing up for it. It's a 2-man men's event. It's a lot of fun. We do a shotgun in the morning time. We do a breakfast beforehand. Everyone gets together to do a little bit of betting. I think there's a little Calcutta going on, and then they go out there. I mean, in years past, we've had members bring their leaf blowers out for this event. It's so much fun, but the leaves are down. We're hoping for some great weather. Regardless, it's going to be a great event. Yeah,
and on October 26th, Joel gets his revenge, Superintendents Revenge.
Yes, I think Joel's already been prepping. I played the other day. I played on Monday with Phil Byrne and David Wright, and some of those pins were tucked right up against the side of the hole. So I think he's testing out some pin positions already. They're going to be interesting.
Joel, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I sense the same thing. Like when you're tucked in those corners, you know he's really mad when it's in the middle of the 17th green. You know he's really mad because you cannot get anything closer. You're above the pin, you're 15 feet below it after that. Yeah, anyway, God bless him. Gentlemen, I think that's all for today. And certainly thank you very much for coming out. And certainly all of you, please enjoy this next week. I know the weather's getting cooler, but it is seasonable. And that's what we play in this time of year. Tyler's got a lot of warm clothing in that shop, so you can get yourself all warm and keep playing golf. So until next week, everybody play well.